Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Brianna. For those of you who are brand new, welcome. So before I jump into this get ready with me video where I go through all of the steps to apply my makeup, I just wanted to let you know that I am running a promotion, a 20% off of your total purchase on my Etsy shop right now. For those of you who are not aware, I do have an Etsy shop. All of the information is listed down below, where I sell natural candles. So I have beeswax as well as soy options. The beeswax is more expensive because beeswax is expensive. And then the soy option is a more affordable option. But right now I'm so excited because I'm going to be running the holiday promotion, because we're getting into that time of year where people are starting to purchase gifts for others or for themselves. So I'm running at 20% off for your total purchase, and there is no minimum purchase necessary. So this is what the larger jar for the candle looks like, and then I have the smaller jars back here. There are a variety of different scents, and then as well as non-scented options for anyone who has allergies. So I hope that you would head on over there. The name of the store is Simply Bee Store. And then again, I have all of the information listed down below in the description box. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into this Get Ready With Me makeup tutorial. All right, so my eyes are already primed, and today we're going to be using the Tartelette palette. OE21 is the only number. I feel like they have multiple little palettes like this, but this is the one that I have. It has a lot of neutral, cool tones. So last time I used this, I used pretty much the middle row here, so the more purple gray shades. And to be completely honest, it made a really muddy look on my eyes. I just wasn't super impressed with that. I felt like as soon as I was blending in another shadow and trying to get like multiple shadows to blend together, they were just blending each other away. So I'm gonna give it another shot today. Hopefully I have a better experience. We will see, but I'm going to be using more of the neutral, warmer tones in here. So I'm gonna start off with the shade right here, which is called Force of Nature. So it's a really nice medium tone, neutral, kind of like peachy brown. And I'm going to be, I'm going to be using my Sigma E40 and just dusting this into the crease area. So today I woke up and I was just having like kind of an anxious night, but I woke up this morning to literally the most beautiful rainbow ever. It had been storming all morning and the clouds were like really, really dark. And then I look out my window and there is the most gorgeous, vivid rainbow I have ever seen. And it kind of just really turned my day around. I went outside, I took some pictures, I sent it to my dad, my husband, and my mom, and I was like, look what's outside my window right now. It was just so beautiful. So it was like a really nice way to kind of turn my morning around. All right, so far this color is actually looking pretty pigmented. It's not muddy looking so far, but once we add more colors in, that's kind of what happened last time. Is whenever I used multiple colors together, that's when things got a little bit tricky. So now I'm gonna go in with the shade down here. It's called Wanderer. It's a really weird color. You can probably see it on camera. It's not like any other brown that I've really seen before. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it directly into my crease. If I can find my brush, there it is. This is the Morphe M441. It's one of my favorite crease brushes ever because it's nice and tapered and it just gets directly into that crease. So this one's gonna go over top of that first color, but we're gonna keep it lower. And then also bring it onto the lid because I'm going for an all matte look today. So this is where I'm just not seeing a lot of transition from one color to the next. Like this color has a lot more camel in it, whereas the first one had a lot more peach, and now I'm just kind of seeing like one color. There's not a lot of separation between the two because they're more like chalky and they aren't quite as like vibrant as other eyeshadows are. Like they're pigmented, the pigment's going on pretty well on my lid, but it's not as vibrant. They're kind of more muted, I guess is the way that I would say it. Which if you are wanting a muted look, then that's fine. And maybe I do, I don't know. We'll see how it turns out whenever I'm all done. All right, so now I'm going to go in with the shade Dreamer right here, which is kind of a mid-level chocolate brown. And I'm going to dab that into the outer corner. Not bring it too far inward because I want to kind of create that more cat eye effect. So in order to do that, you want the inner part of your eye to be more blank and then the outer part to have a little bit more depth to it. So I'm just going to take, this is the Sigma E45. I'm just going to lightly tap this on that outer V, really kind of build up that shade. All right, and then I'm going to go back in with Wander right here on my Morphe brush. And I'm going to lightly kind of blend these two together in this outer corner and then bring it a little bit in towards the crease, but not too much. Okay, yeah, that color is really just kind of blending away. It's there a little bit, but it's not staying as much as like other colors would from other palettes. So that's a little disappointing. So I really don't think that this eye situation is going to get a ton better. It's just gonna be a super blown out look today, which is fine. But I'm going to separate the brow bone. So I'm going to go in with Free Spirit right here, which is kind of a yellow vanilla shade. And I'm going to separate my brow bone from the eye makeup. And this will also help to clean up any excess that kind of floated up there. Just a little step that adds a little bit extra. So as for this palette, I feel like, I don't know. Honestly, it's pretty in the sense that it looks really blown out and it's, I don't know, just shadows on my eye. It's not anything super spectacular. So for me, this is just kind of like, I don't know, like from the not so good to okay range, I guess is how I would say it, because the colors are pigmented, but they blend each other away because they're more powdery. They're not vibrant, so you're not going to get like a ton of that really nice payoff. I don't know. It's just going to be a palette that I probably use from like a day-to-day basis to where I don't want anything super dramatic, but that's kind of what I'm feeling about this palette at this point. Let me know if you really love this palette, because maybe I just got a dud. Maybe their formulation isn't super consistent across the palettes. I don't know, but let me know. This is the purple one, and like I already showed, but these are all the colors. So it doesn't have like, it's just the Tartelette palette. It doesn't have an actual name on it. I don't know. Anyways, moving on to the face, I'm going to spritz my face with the Pixie Glow Mist because my skin, first off, has been breaking out like crazy. And it has also been really dry in a lot of places. I have like a bite on my ear. What is going on? I don't know. I'm falling apart. Anyway, so I'm going to spritz my face with this stuff. I love this to give like a refreshing feel, as well as to add moisture back into my skin. I actually have been using some different skincare products because like I love Pacifica, but I don't know, sometimes I feel like I need to switch things up every now and then just because my skin almost gets used to the products and it doesn't do as good of a job of like cleaning my face and all that kind of stuff. So I just switched it up a little bit. I'm still using my cleanser, but I'm using like a retinol treatment, a lactic acid, as well as a different cream for my moisturizer. All right, so now for my foundation, I'm going to go in with my oldie but a goodie. This is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation. This one is in the shade Awakened. So I was outside a lot during this past weekend. I'm hoping that this shade is gonna work for me, but I'm just going to take it and like squirt it onto my damp beauty sponge and then start pressing it into the skin. Yeah, that seems to be a pretty good match. I can literally, like, it's very, very rare for me to have my neck match my face. My neck is usually always lighter than the rest of my body, maybe because I have a big head and it just shields my neck from the sun. I don't know, but that's my situation. So I'm never going to have like a really awesome blend into my neck. It's always going to have a little bit of a demarcation line, which whatever, honestly, it's fine. All right, so as you can see, this foundation is dewy. Like, I kind of look a little bit on the greasy side. So I'm going to go in with my concealer, and then I'm going to really powder up, because with the Glow Mist, with that really dewy foundation, I will have some shine that kind of pulls through. But first I want to conceal, obviously, because you don't want to put liquid stuff over a powder. But this is the Naked Skin Concealer. I use this all the time. I actually need to get another Tarte Shape Tape concealer, because this one is pretty much all I have been using, and I want to be able to mix it up every now and then. So this shade is just a touch lighter and a bit more neutral. It's not quite as warm. So I am actually using it to highlight the center of my face. And that foundation, because it is so creamy and wet, it tends to be a little bit more, not like a sheer coverage, because it definitely covers, but if you have a lot of redness like I do on my chin right now, it doesn't cover that quite as well as some of my more matte foundations. So that's why I go in with the concealer over top of it. So for my under eye, I'm going to be using my Mega Glow Wet n Wild palette. I'm going to use this shade right here for underneath my eyes to kind of brighten it up just a little bit. And this has like a really, really nice smooth texture to it. So it really helps to prevent those fine lines from really popping out. You're always going to have fine lines under here. Some like concealers are going to crease more than others, but it's just something that you can't help. Like when you look down and you look around, your under eye is going to crease a little bit, because that's just the way that they're built. It's a very soft area of skin. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Kat Von D Lock-It powder. I've had a love-hate relationship with this stuff. Some days it's like golden, other days it makes me look like a hot mess. So I'm going to try a brush this time, because I remember last time I used a DM Beauty sponge to apply this to the face. Underneath the eyes it's fine typically, but to the face it just didn't work very well. So I'm going to use this flat top soft powder brush and just dip that in and kind of tap away a little bit of the excess. And then I'm going to lightly just press this around before I start swirling motions. Even get down here where I put the foundation on my neck. So I'm just very, very lightly tapping that powder into the foundation. And as you can see, like a lot of the foundation has come off onto my brush. Okay, so that method seemed to work a lot better compared to using the Damp Beauty sponge. For some reason, this powder does not like the Damp Beauty sponge, maybe because it's a Lock-It powder, in the sense that it's really supposed to be a lot more matte and kind of seep into the foundation. So I think pressing it in and really taking my time helped with that. So now I'm going to wrap off the eyes. First off, I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs eye pencil in black, I think it is. It doesn't have like the actual name on it because it's just a little sample pencil, but I'm going to use this to line my waterline, which always tickles me. That's not working very well. Okay, I almost feel like this pencil dried out a little bit, because it was pretty darn creamy whenever I first got it. All right, now I'm going to do a little tiny baby wing on top of my eye, obviously, using the Stila Stay All Day in dark brown. So I can never do this right on camera. I have to get super, super close, so I will be right back. All right, so I kind of got a little overzealous with the eyes by basically completing all of them off of camera. I was just like in a roll. So I did my eyebrows using the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and then I used my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. And then for under eyes, I basically just took Dreamer, which is this brown shade, on a flat definer brush, smudged that into my lower lash line, and then buffed it out with Wanderer right here. And that pretty much sums up my eyes. I feel like the little wing is really, really cute. So now I'm going to move on to my contour, which I'm going to go back into that Wet n Wild palette. And then I'm also going to use the Morphe M530 brush. I love this combination, and I feel like this color is perfect for me right now because it's right in the neutral zone. It's not too warm or too cool. Then I will also apply this to the temples of my forehead right here, just to add in a little more warmth. All right, moving on to blush. I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution matte blush. This one is in the shade Beloved. So it's a really pretty kind of baby doll pink right here. And then I will be using my Morphe E3 brush to apply this. Oh, it's so pretty. I don't know if it's picking up well on camera, but it's a really, really nice flush of pink. So since we are getting more into the winter months, I'm not a huge highlight fan for like matte looks because I feel like it just doesn't really go. It's kind of weird, but I am going to add a little tiny bit of highlight. This is the Essence Pure Nude highlighter in the shade Be My Highlight. And I'm just literally going to place this right here on the high point of my cheek. I'm not going to bring it over my blush or anything like that. Okay, so now I'm going to set everything with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist right here. If you love mists and you don't have a fan like this from Costco World Market, I highly recommend it. It makes the drying process so much faster. All right, so I went ahead and got dressed and straightened my hair. So the last thing I have is my lips. So I'm going to be using the Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade Spill the Deets. It's such a beautiful kind of baby doll mauve. It's really, really pretty. I've never worn it on the lips before, but the swatches are absolutely gorgeous. So we will give it a shot. All right, y'all, so that is going to complete this makeup look, this get ready with me video. I hope that you enjoyed and had fun, and yeah, that pretty much sums it up. So if you did, please don't forget to give my video a thumbs up so that I know that you had fun watching this style of video. If you have any requests for any styles of videos, if you like my channel but you want to see, you know, monthly favorites or more in-depth tutorials, anything like that, just let me know down below in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.